or our notice. So our role changes drastically. The discovery process now will be engaged in much more aggressively, now that we've gotten this far. Under the rules that we've had, the laws that were passed because of the Michael Morton case, the state, through the district attorney's office, has to show us what evidence they have that these persons participated in an agreement to commit murder or aggravated assault. And they have to show us what evidence they have that these persons did not participate in an agreement to commit murder or aggravated assault. Now that evidence either exists or it doesn't. If it exists, we're going to see it. And if it doesn't exist, we're going to see it. And as Susan said, this will be where the rubber stamp meets the road. Thank you all for being here. We look forward to working on this case. As Susan said, the fact that this has got so many defendants in it presents certain challenges. But that's the kind of challenges that the lawyers in this room live for. So we are up to it, we are excited about it, and we are very proud to represent and defend these persons who are accused in this case. Thank you very much for being here.
And we're going to open up for a few questions. If anybody has any.
Have y'all gotten all the discovery that you think you're going to get at this point involving the videos of any and all videos taken?
No, we do not. There's a little bit of a dispute about discovery because the defense, the district attorney wants us to sign this agreement that we're going to follow the law according to his interpretation of the law. And so part of that is being handled up at the Court of Appeals. And I'm told that there's another round of discovery coming, that there's more coming. And they have an obligation, once the defense attorney makes a request, they have an obligation to continue to provide discovery as they discover it. And I'm expecting there to be a good bit more.
Well, if all that's covered by the Michael Morton Act, why not sign the agreement and just get what you want?
Well, the agreement is that that we not talk to you.
And it's a little more than that.
That's what the agreement. The agreement is that we not say anything bad about them to you, more or less. I mean, that's what. So, if you'd like me to sign it.
Is that the wording? Is that the exact wording?
No, but that's sort of that's kind of
that's your interpretation.
It, but that's pretty much. You know, we agree that we will follow the as part of it. They would say that the agreement is that we not violate the rules, which okay, we're not going to, but it goes a little further than that. And lawyers, what we deal with is interpretation, and so, and there has been one lawyer who has been put under a gag order for that very thing. And so, as a matter of principle, we have obligations under the law that we plan to follow, and if we don't, there's a remedy for that. His obligation to give us evidence under the Michael Morton Act isn't contingent on our performing our duties. He has to do that. And so that's as a matter of principle, and it went a little further, and so we probably wouldn't be here today if we signed it. Someone signed it, I think.
Well, it's a little more than that, too. Under the Michael Morton Act, once the defense attorney requests discovery, the DA is obligated to give him that discovery. There is nothing in the code that says, I'll give you the discovery if, or I'll only do this if. There's nothing in the code that says it can be conditioned upon anything. So by conditioning the discovery upon the defense attorney signing an acknowledgement or a waiver or anything other than I received this discovery is improper under the code. And some of us haven't signed it and won't sign it.
Susan, can you kind of sum up what...
Yeah,
you're gonna have to...
Actually, either
we have another Susan here if you want.
Whichever one of y'all want to take the question, can you kind of sum up what brings all these attorneys out today and what message maybe is that send to the clients?
Well, there's a variety of things. Some of it is to learn about what the justice system in Waco. Certain areas have what we call local rules and local procedures. Part of it is to learn about that. There are different lawyers who, although all of these people are experts in criminal law, some people are more experts in, say, speedy trial or the grand jury process or the discovery process or the trial process. And so it's to share the things that are common that we know about and see where we could work together. We do know we can't just sit there and tell everybody everything because we have attorney-client privilege and there's obligations, but there's so much in common here that it would be crazy for us not to share information.
And I would say that the reason we're here is actually twofold. Number one, we have a wealth of knowledge behind us. We have a wealth of talent from across the state And we're here to show that we support not just our clients, but we support the process. And we're here to defend not just our clients, but to defend the process. So we're here for that, to show each other support, but we're also here as an educational purpose, to share it. Because it really is, as Susan said, you don't want to reinvent the wheel every time you have a case. And because of the similarities in the case, we can work together and work better as a team in some respects, while still respecting the attorney-client privilege of our individual clients.
And I will say that having handled the BP explosion cases, which were over 6,000 claims, and the Ike cases, which were like 10,000 claims, it's very common for the lawyers on both sides, with the defense or plaintiff, to do that in the civil world. It's not common in the criminal world, because charging people like this, rounding up the usual suspects in that mass, isn't common.
I was gonna ask
We know of at
Judge,
least 6, independent of the criminal investigation, this week alone, at least, I think, 6 defendants filed civil rights lawsuits at the federal level. Are more coming? Do you know how many more civil lawsuits are coming, or is it just the 6?
I just have a speculation. I speculate that there will be more. I don't have any specific information about who or what. Each defendant has to decide what kind of case they have and what their damages are, and how to pursue that, and whether it's worthwhile to pursue it. That's an individual decision that has yet to be made by many people, but I'd be shocked if there were more.
Are your clients considering that, or are you advising?
I'm not here to talk, we're not here to talk about individual
Can't
cases.
talk about our clients, sorry.
Judge,
I'm still
what-
really concerned just about the message that you guys are trying to bring today. Just if you could try to clarify a little bit more. You say you're supporting your clients, supporting the process, but are you saying there's a problem in the process?
We're here to fight for justice for our clients, and to be very clear, we are here and ready to fight for justice and to make sure that every one of our clients' constitutional and statutory rights are protected under the law fully, regardless of what the expediency issues, what the convenience issues are. We are here ready to fight and defend for justice for our clients in this case.
Do you feel like justice
Can you
has
speak
been
into the
broken at this
microphone?
point?
Sorry. We are here to fight for justice for our clients, to make sure that every one of their constitutional and statutory rights are fully protected, that the law is followed in all aspects, and that justice is done.
Do you think the process has been broken at this point?
We have extreme serious concerns about the process at
Yes.
every single step of the way.
Are you saying that the DA has acted unlawfully or illegally? Or
Unlawfully or
Illegally or, sorry, illegally or unethically at this point?
I don't think so, but I will tell you that this case has been mishandled from the get-go. It was mishandled during the arrests, it was handled at the bond stage, it was mishandled at the grand jury stage, it has been mishandled at the discovery stage, it has been mishandled in every way you can possibly imagine, and I bet you if we give him time, he'll find new ways to mishandle this case.
Well, after the shooting stopped, what should they have done differently?
They should have investigated. They should have investigated. There was no investigation until after 177 people were arrested. That's when they began their investigation.
Well, ma'am, in any crime, there's not an investigation the minute that crime takes place. You
Oh,
go-
I
I
beg to
disagree.
differ.
No, I'm saying before, right as that crime is unfolding, the investigation always follows, whether it's minutes, hour, or months
Oh, I
later.
beg to differ on that. I was a prosecutor for many years, and one of my jobs was intake, which meant you ride with the police, so you're there sometimes when that happens. And there are some times when someone sees a crime, and right there at the scene, you do have evidence of all the elements.
So you're
You
saying-
do have maybe something on a video or something. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't, and many times, that's what my job as a DA was, to advise the police, okay, you have enough here right at the scene, or no, we need more. And in the cases where you need more, the arrest isn't made then, they go get a warrant later on. So, you know, a little bank robbery, not a little bank robbery, a one-on-one thing,
Sure.
we've got one defendant or a few defendants, you know, someone steals a bicycle and someone saw it, oh, of course, every single day. But in cases where they don't have enough, then there has to be an investigation.
So you say even the mismanagement has begun with the police department, even before the district attorney and the legal system here?
There are problems. I'm not gonna
There
sit
are
here and
problems that
make.
we can't talk about, but there are problems that will be revealed.
Gotcha.
So you say, well, y'all going home, and if we think you committed a crime, we'll get back to you later?
You don't just round up the usual suspects, charge everybody and say, okay, we'll sort it out later. You don't just indict everybody and say, okay, we'll go to trial and sort it out,
Well,
okay?
no, I'm talking about that day.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, when you had 177 people, most of them are scattered out all over the state, you say y'all go, you know, give me your name and address, we'll take your picture, we rounded you up down here at the convention center, We know who you are now. Y'all going home and we'll get back to you later after we investigate?
If you don't have evidence,
You don't have
then
evidence,
you do.
yes.
But that's what-